What happens when you decide to watch every horror movie in every horror franchise for the modern era? You start to reevaluate your life decisions. That's what happens. But we did it anyways, with the goal of pitting every franchise up against each other to once and for all determine which franchise is the king or queen of all horror franchises. The only rule we have is that the franchise must have at least 5 movies. It must of course be horror related, and it has to be from the 80s or more recent. Franchises that start out in the 70s, but mainly goes through the 80s and newer counts. Starting out the whole shebang, we have the franchises that by far delivers the most boobs, sex, and gore. Wrong turn. We will be going through the franchise all the way up till the remake. Before we, at the end, look at the movie that started it all back in 2003, Wrong Turn itself. To finally answer the long-lost question, was this movie good enough to start a franchise consisting of 6 movies and a remake? We are one step closer to wrapping up the franchise with Wrong Turn, the remake.
Wow, you had me there for a second because you made this franchise look pretty damn bad, but it ended pretty damn good. I'm gonna say straight off the bat, I love this movie. This movie is so good.
It was the freaking best. It was phenomenal.
So, of course, this movie is a remake and sort of like a reboot because it doesn't follow the same as what we're used to, because this is not cannibals, this is not hillbillies, this is like tribes people.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different movie. So I do know that there's many people that are disappointed with this movie, and like not surprisingly enough, but also surprising enough, it doesn't really have that good of a rating on IMDb, for example.
Which is so shockingly weird.
It is. It's weird in my head, but also I know that many of because I've read some of the reviews, and most people just complain that this is not a Wrong Turn movie. It should be called something else, because many people do love the franchise, like the Wrong Turn franchise, which is fucking weird. Yeah. But they say like, oh, this is not the Wrong Turn that I know, and they are right about that. But then again, those are the people, I'm assuming now, that do love boobies. And sex and gore.
Yeah.
So of course, if you love boobies, sex and gore, you're gonna be very disappointed with this movie, because this movie doesn't have anything. It has some gore, but no boobies, no sex.
Yeah.
You know, and this is weird though, because the same people that complain about this not being a Wrong Turn movie, it should be called something else, don't mix it with their beloved franchise, they also write that they think the acting in this movie is bad. What? What the fuck?
Based off of all the other ones, you think the acting was bad?
You know what? That is a proof of how, like, insanely strong influence boobs have on people, because they think girls with big boobs are good actors, like automatically.
You are a total exhibitionist.
So what? The girls need to breathe. We're in the middle of the woods. Who's gonna notice?
I don't know, some banjo-playing freak?
What?
I'm gonna say it. Acting in this movie, pretty fucking good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I think all of them did a really good job.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they actually made you feel for them.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
To me, that's good enough acting. Because all the other Wrong Turns, with the way they fucking acted, I just wanted them to all die. Just hurry up and die. be done
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
But this one I was rooting for them to survive.
Yeah. And I think the lead actress, Charlotte Vega, I think she did a really good job, and I'm very surprised that she hasn't really done anything before or after that it's like noteworthy.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I thought she was doing a good job, especially like when she went like, spoiler alert, like she went like kind of like beast mode during the end.
Yeah.
It suits her, so I'm
Yeah.
surprised she hasn't like gotten more offers with roles like
I
that.
enjoyed her acting as well. I think she did phenomenal. I mean, she was the best one out of all of them, to be honest with you. Because you don't see much of everybody else's acting because they kind of die off kind of quickly.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the part where her dad finds out where she is, and he goes there to rescue her. And of course, it goes with her giving herself to her husband one last time, and then she finally grabs her dad, and they try to escape. She bumps into her boyfriend Darius, whatever, in the barn, and she says it's time to go. And he said, "Why now?" What the fuck do you think? Why now? Because now is your fucking chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to give it time for them to believe you became one of them in order to freaking be like, okay, it's time for us to fucking leave because now they're trusting us. Duh, dumbass. And then he goes, well, I'm gonna stay. Okay, well, fuck you then. And what does she do? She gives him a kiss goodbye.
That's sweet though.
Fuck no! It ain't sweet.
I would have kissed you goodbye.
I'm not stupid enough to stay in a dumb tribe that kills people. Innocent people. No, I ain't that dumb, okay? But I'm so glad that they made it out. I was so happy that the dad found her. And then those hillbillies or rednecks from town come and kind of help them out. It's sad that like you said, the dad and the son.
Yeah, but I do also like the fact that even though like it's a bit weird that the rednecks they beat him up earlier in the movie to prevent him from actually going there.
Yeah.
Weird way of doing it, but I guess okay. And then they actually come to help.
Well,
I really like that
they
they actually did come to try and rescue them.
Yeah.
They had a lot of guns.
Yeah, because it's sad though. His story, wasn't it his son? I think that went missing after hiking there too. So he wanted to help them because of that reason.
Yeah.
So
I feel like most of the characters in this movie, I liked.
Yeah.
Even him, I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the name of the actor, but I know I've seen him so many times in minor roles and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I always like him. He's a likable dude.
Yeah. No, he was.
But it does end though with them escaping, and you see the dad and Jesse.
Yep.
Just driving away.
Yeah.
The end.
Or so you think. Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm. So they do what I would say, because when we saw this, I thought this was end, and then it continues. I'm like,
Something's gonna happen.
this is a risky move because now it's gonna be a stupid like bad ending, because that's what they always do. Like they ended on a good note and then like, oh no, oh wait, no, there's something happening. They did that I think in all the Wrong Turn movies. Like remember like for example when Nate in Wrong Turn 3 found the money and all that,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, yeah, no, he died.
Yeah.
It's always like those stupid endings. So this one continues.
We got worried
Yeah.
a little bit.
So she does go back to her stepmom's house, or probably stepmom and dad's house, and there is Venable, the tribal leader from the mountains.
And don't forget to mention that you notice that she's pregnant.
She is pregnant. So he is there with Ruthie, the mute kid. And then there is just a roller coaster of emotions happening the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, because at first you see some kind of like action happening. He kills the boys off and the mom, and then
And
they
she
fight.
ends up killing him.
Yeah, but then you realize it was just her imagination.
Yeah.
And she
Probably just tried to foresee what would happen if she did
Tried
attack
to.
him.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did kill him, but that would also mean that she lost her whole family.
Yeah.
So she couldn't do that. So she's forced to just accept that he's there to take her back.
Well,
and-
she made him promise to not kill the family if she went with him.
Yeah.
And so therefore he agreed and they went off.
Yeah. And then it's like a really bleak, sad like ending where they like slowly walk towards the RV, and you kind of like see that she's like, her life is over at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
And that one pissed me off because I'm so tired of bad endings, and this one was
Yeah.
really like really bleak
Yeah.
because of how she did survive and she had a normal life again with her dad and all
Yeah.
that and a family. Now she is forced to go back to live her life as basically a
A
slave.
slave. Yeah.
And-
And then the credits roll.
Yeah, the credits roll,
As
we see a
they
wrong
drive
turn, and the credits starts to appear on the screen.
Yep.
And you're like, fuck this movie. I fucking hate this movie.
Yep.
But for some reason though, it keeps showing footage, like it doesn't show a black screen.
you see the car driving,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden it starts to swerve, and you wonder what the fuck is going on?
Mhm.
What's happening? We need snow. And then the car crashes into a tree, and then you see one of the.
I think Venable is the one that falls out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he falls out, and she jumps on top of him, stabs him to death, and then you see somebody else come out, and they start running. And what does she do? She throws a knife in his back. He goes down, she runs over there, and begins to stab him to death.
Beautiful.
I
It's
was
so fucking
freaking
beautiful.
happy!
And not only the fact that she actually manages to kill them all,
Yeah.
the way she does it, because as I said, she goes fucking beast mode, and it
Yeah.
looks so fucking satisfying.
Yeah,
The way
oh,
she
I got
kills them.
chills.
Yeah, I'd say this ending, it's one of the fucking best endings ever. It's
Yes.
so freaking satisfying. Those feelings that you get when
It's
you
like
see her
watching
like
a revenge movie.
it's a perfect revenge because when you see Venable fall out and she is just up there stabbing him like, and she stabs with like pure
All
rage.
her might. Like, fuck you,
Oh my god, we were cheering.
We were screaming and shouting like, yes, finally, a good ending, a happy one.
Yeah,
So-
in all seriousness, this ending,
Superb.
it is so good,
Yeah.
and just the whole roller coaster they made us go through though does pay off because
Yeah,
it did make it feel like it was bleak, and then it wasn't bleak.
yeah.
And once again, I wish Charlotte Vega would get more roles like this because she was really good in this.
Yeah, she was really good. I think she likes it. She was the best one out of all of them. So, yeah, I think she deserves a lot more roles for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially maybe an action one this time.
Yeah, I would love to see her in an action movie because she can play that role well.
Yeah. Gotta see her kick some more ass.
Yeah. You know what's weird though to think about if you think about like movie productions nowadays. So this movie took 26 days to film. That is
Really?
fucking short
That's
for
pretty-
such a
that's pretty
huge movie. So that in itself is so impressive because of like all the scenes like with the traps and like there's a lot of stuff happening in 26 days. They couldn't have had many shots for certain scenes then.
Yeah, that's crazy and short versus I don't know how long the other ones had. But
That's
I
probably
mean,
not long either, but you saw the
they
result
probably
of
did
that
in
one.
10 days. Hey, just go over there and have sex and have a good time.
Back in the days when I was still a young boy, too young to be jumping in the hay, my grandma gave me a lot of advices, and there's one advice in particular that I remember to this very day. It might be the best God-given advice she could have ever given me. My grandma once told me,
Go over there and have sex and have a good time.
What I'm actually surprised about though is that the director of this movie hasn't really done much.
Which is surprising because he did great.
Yeah. He did actually produce one of the tapes in one of the VHS movies.
Is it a good one though?
I think it's actually one of the few good ones. He did the one with the wake at nighttime.
Oh, the funeral one.
Yeah, the
okay,
funeral one.
Yeah, okay.
Which was a good one,
You
so-
actually like that one, yeah.
And that was, I think that's the latest that he did, or one of the latest. So
Yeah.
I'd say give this man more to work with, because
Yeah.
he did good. This is a really good movie.
Yeah, I'd like to see what else he can come up with if he can make something scary.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm so fucking glad this ended like this.
Yeah, me too. Because I was getting to the point where I was gonna give up on this franchise and just say I hate it.
Yeah. And also the fact that I don't see them planning more sequels for this. I like this as a standalone movie. Don't fucking make another franchise, please.
I
Just
agree.
keep it to this one good movie.
Yeah.
That's
So I would say honestly, if you want to, after you watch the first one, make sure to skip all of the other one and just go to the very last one so you can be happy.
that's maybe the best advice you can get. If you are super curious though and have to watch one in the middle, go with 4.
Yeah.
I'd say the Wrong Turn 4 is slightly better than the rest,
I guess if I have to.
if you have to. Yeah. But yep, that's the end of this one. So now we are gonna go all the way back to the beginning and watch Wrong Turn, the original. Just because we are so curious, like, how the fuck did it end up here?
Yeah. Fucking curiosity, right?